Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to Hunter Ascended. I hope you've all been well. So, this is episode 22 in our sevtech series, guys. I hope everyone's keeping up so far. We've still got both sides of the series going on. We've got the the behind the scenes, and the actual episodes. Now, as I've explained previously, we're doing a lot of stuff in the behind the scenes so that we can prepare for these episodes. Yeah, so if you're only watching the episodes and you get a bit confused and you're like, how did I build this or this? It is all being shown in the other episodes, so you got to go watch it there. All right, guys? It's just a bit much just to try and squeeze into the episodes, that's all. All right? So, also, just want to remind you guys, if you are liking watching these videos, please, leave a comment. Let me know what's going on, okay? I need some feedback off you guys. It's going to help me a lot when it comes down to where I'm going to go with the channel. I'd appreciate if you can subscribe as well. It doesn't cost anything, but at least that way when I do upload other videos, you can see them. And if you are enjoying the content, you can always go over to my Twitch and follow me so you can kind of join in when I'm going live. And I'm doing like 2-hour streams for the behind the scenes and stuff. All right, guys? So now that's out of the way, let's have some fun. So today, we've prepared to look into pressure, yeah? More specifically, yeah? I don't know how to pronounce it, pneumatic or pressure or whatever this part is. We have to do some of this stuff down here, okay? The reason for it is because we're going to need it for building stuff, and we also need to go back a few pages and do like this crafting table here, all right? Because we came into a few blockades when we were looking at building stuff in the behind the scenes, and we realised this is kind of the next step, all right? The only thing done really in the behind the scenes so far is we've upgraded to some more functional building, some functioning machines. So this is like a industrial drying, so like I can put stuff for recipes and like leather and stuff, it'll pump out here. And then I've got a drying unit which will basically do the same, like we made loads of paper, all powered and stuff like that. Yeah, how we got an infinite water supply going into the back of it and everything. So if you guys want to see how that's done, go check out my other videos, it's all there, guys. Including how we got our squeezer and our arc furnace prepared, yeah? So we can start doubling ours and stuff like that. So that's all been done, guys. We have used these elevators. So I was discussing this in the behind the scenes episode, but I didn't get around to actually making it because we was waiting on the sugarcane being grown. But it's been grown off screen, and I've managed to then make the elevator. So, if you come over to the elevator, yeah, and you press shift while you're hovering over it, it will shift. It goes down, I believe, around 10 plus blocks, so it can go a decent amount, but it does have a limit. Don't exactly know what the limit is. I've basically created almost an identical room below, yeah? Spent a couple hours just building this out, yeah? The reason it's like this is just because it's quite useful, I think, for like staging the actual machines. And yeah, I wasn't being very creative, okay, sorry, tough, this is it. I think it's nice anyway, it still looks good, all right. We set up, I think, the middle for where we're going to put the pressure chamber because it's going to be a large one, all right. We're not going to do the small version straight away because we're going to do this big one so we got the stuff for what we need it to be, all right. So, your very first step, guys, into this pressure is going to be obtaining, one second, PNEUM. Okay, it's going to be obtaining compressed iron ingots. Okay, because this is the building block for almost everything in that mod pack. Yeah, so you're going to need a lot of this compressed iron. Now, once you've got the actual pressure chamber set up, you can just make it straight away. Yeah. Until then, there's two ways that we have really. One of them is explosive, which we're going to be utilizing. Yeah. So what you do is you can throw iron next to an explosion and you've got a chance of it turning into that. Now you do lose, like, look, it says a 20% loss of materials on average, yeah? So if you put 100 in, you're probably just going to walk out with 80 most likely, but at least you've got a big amount in one go. Another way we can do it is the metal press, guys. If we put an iron block in there and we've got the 2x2 packing, we can get 4, but that's actually not a 60%, that's 9 to 5, so that's like, wow, it's like a 50% loss pretty much. Oh no, more than so, because we're losing 5 instead of 4. So I was right. It's about 55 or something like that percent loss. So that's not that great. Explosive is the way to go. Yeah. Now we've also got to think about like the wither boss and stuff like that, beating that. Now we don't have anything like a wither-proof block, I believe, available to us just yet at this age. But what we do have is Astral Sorcerer and the Illumination Wand. So what we're actually going to do, guys, yeah, is we're going to quickly make this wand. And it is very useful, not just for lighting places up, yeah? You'll see. Okay, so Illuma. There we go. So this is a recipe for it. Just like so. We're gonna. Oh, do not say we got to wait for the night time. No. Okay, we'll prepare the room anyway. We'll prepare it while it's waiting. Do we not really have any? That's annoying. Not happy about that. Not one little bit. We've not done any of this in a while, so we probably should have got an extra crystal somewhere. But it's okay. It's okay. Once that's done, guys, once that's done, we can actually move forward. Let's grab ourselves a bit more meats. Thank you. Nom nom nom. How are the piggy wings going? They're good. Ow. It's trying to trap me. It's not pleasant, is it? Okay. So, we need a space where we're going to blow stuff up and probably kill the wither. Now, I'm inclined to kind of come down here, yeah, and do this for a moment. Yeah, and the reason for this is quite simple, to be honest with you. We're just going to put it a little bit away, yeah. Okay. We're probably going to want it a bit bigger so it doesn't kind of lag out of the other blocks. Okay. So, the illumination wand essentially has two very useful functions, guys. One of them is it can place little lights around, so that's useful for us. Always is. Yeah. The main thing that it's used for, though, is making blocks invincible. Okay. And I do mean invincible. Right? It also protects the outside. So, in theory, guys, if we get this room, for example, yes, which is probably quite dark right now, yes. Okay, so in theory, if we get this room, yeah, we should be able to make all of these outskirts of it, okay, invincible, and then it's going to be safe, for example, spawning in the wither, yeah, and making explosions. All right? And that's the idea of it. So we want a 5x5, so we'll just make sure the roof's a bit higher. Okay. So that's the plan here, guys. We just want a room that's safe to be able to destroy stuff away from our other bits, which this seems to be okay. We can make it 5. The only reason I want to do this, I don't want, like, when we get around to spawning the wither, I don't want it to kind of glitch out of the room. Because then maybe its explosives could damage the bricks behind it, which we don't want. Okay. So what we do is we do this. Let's destroy this because we want it all pretty much the same. Yeah. Let's just destroy these little bricks quickly. We're not doing anything crazy, but we're going to grab ourselves a bit of stone. So, boop. I like that. I like the elevator mod there. It's quite fun, I think. Stone. Thank you. So let's take the stone down. Right. Let's just kind of cover. I love how I didn't do the bottom there. That's brain power for you, everybody. It's brain power. Right. Boop. Boop, 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 doo, 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 doo. Doo, 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 doo. And there we go. It's all made of stone. Nice and pretty. Most likely what we'll do, we'll use like this as a door here. Okay. So, do we have any torches on us right now? I bet we don't. I bet they're all put away because they're always dumb. We do the exact same thing over and over and over again. See? Told you. Oh, is it night time yet? It's almost, which means we've probably got the energy we need now. Yep. See? I knew it. Give us our wand. Give us our wand. Ooga baga, ooga baga. Oh, okay. Wow. Rain dance. Hey. Right. There's our wand, guys. So, if we right click, it places this little illumination thing down. We can right click on it again and it will take it away. It's very useful for lights, so we can kind of avoid torches now if we want to. It just means we've got loads of little floaty lights about. I don't know if they're exactly the same effectiveness as a torch, but I'm sure they'll be fine. Like, look, if we press, what am I doing? F7, bloop. Very, very bright. Okay. I also don't believe they can be destroyed by like explosions and stuff, so I could very simply just go like that. Look, blop, blop. And we got light. No more mobs. Sweet. So, basically, I believe if you shift and right click a block, what's it doing? I can't tell if that's working or not, guys. Well, that didn't work. What's going on? There we go. Right, so it doesn't show you. It's sometimes it's meant to actually kind of show you which ones are highlighted. I think you can kind of tell maybe by the lightness of it a little bit. As you can see, it does take a little bit. You got like a bar. You see where your experience bar is? That's the bar for the actual item. Okay. So we know we've done these few here. Let's just. We've got to take a moment, guys, and just get this done. Just make sure we've been precautious and done each bit of it for now. Give me that one. Right, this is almost one wall done. So what we'll do as well, just to test it in a second. So if we get our pickaxe, look, we cannot. Haha. You are not invincible. Now you should be, right? There we go. Right, so we cannot break these, yeah? So you gotta want your illumination wand whenever you're like in these areas, yeah? Yeah, so this is gonna take a moment or two, quickly. But we're not doing this for the wither right now, we're just doing it for explosive reasons, okay? So what we're actually gonna do is we're just gonna do the floor quickly, okay? I don't want to take too much time just on this, it'd be a bit boring. At least you got some sort of difference. It is meant to be a bit more visible though. I don't understand what's going on. You can kind of tell. And it also should be telling you like if it's fingered or not. Maybe it's just because of the age we're in. We already know some things are kind of locked behind what we can do and what we can't, so wouldn't be surprising. You can see that they're lighter than others anyway, so it's not too crazy. Bloop. But yeah, this method is going to basically allow us to have like an explosive room, which is what we need for now. Means we can make a load of that metal too, quickly. As soon as we get that made, we're going to jump in and make ourselves a bit of stuff. I basically messed about with the pressure stuff on a creative world to learn how to do it. I've done it like in the past, a little mess about, but I never really understood it properly. You got to be a bit careful. It kind of does explode. Depending on how you build it. Basically, it's got like a pressure system, and if your pipes get overpressured or the machine gets overpressured, then things tend to go wrong. Alright? So you've got to keep an eye on it. Later on in the mod, we can create things to help with that fact, but we're not going to be there yet. So for the first part, we're just going to take it slow, build what we need to build, and that's it. And then, obviously, on the behind the scenes, I will kind of expand and upgrade that stuff as we go on. Alright, so I just want to get these two bottom parts done around, and then okay, so we just got this, look, 4 more and we should be good. Then we got to make ourselves some TNT. I haven't checked the TNT recipe, you know. I hope it's not like stupid crazy or anything like that. So, if we grab this now, we can go around and none of this should break at all. Okay, that looks like it's gonna break. Yeah. I was gonna say, it didn't look the right colour. There we go. So them two bottom ones are done. I mean, should we? It's just like, look how quick it is sometimes. It's kind of like, yeah, we shouldn't, or we should. I don't know. It's hard. Sometimes I just want to do things properly, but it's a bit like time consuming. It's like I don't want to waste your guys' time at the same point. But it is what it is. All right, it is what it is. Just go a little bit around right now. Boop. Boop. And boop. So that's the top three done. We're gonna undo that block because we want to get out. Okay. And we're gonna obviously keep them on us. This two parts there, like so. Okay. Right. Go away, F9. We don't need you. Thank you. And boop. So TNT hopefully is just going to be the same recipe as usual. TNT, sand, gunpowder. Yay. Think we can do that. I think we can manage it. Do we have any sand? Aha, we do. Sand. And the gunpowder. Got. Alright guys, so all we're going to do is this right here. Like so. Boop. And we've got ourselves our powder. Now, we're probably just going to use flint and steel for this, okay? Just to activate, why not? There's no reason why we don't need to do that. Iron. Can you only do it with iron ingots? I don't know if that's the case, but we're going to take all the iron ingots we've got. We've not got a lot of blocks of iron. We do need more iron, you know, guys. We've turned so much of it into steel. Like, we do need more. For now, I think these steel blocks I'm actually going to put in the unpacking while we're just doing this. That's packing. We want unpacking. Thank you. Yeah. You turn them back into ingots for me. Thank you. So I believe we should be able to do as much of this as we want in one just explosion. You just make sure you throw it down first, okay? So, what we're going to do, yeah, is we're going to come to the back of here. We are going to place this there and this there. Grab our illumination wand, shift, so they're invincible, okay? Which is great. We're going to place that there. And all we're going to do, guys, is we're going to throw our iron towards it like so. Use a flint and steel on this side. And that should hopefully work, guys. Boom. So, looks like the room held up except from them 2 points that weren't protected. So as we protect them, it will work later. And if you look here, it changed. Okay? So we now have got a decent amount of compressed. And if we press L, come down, we've also done this part as well. Alright? That's great. Let's... Oh wait, yeah, we can't bust out. There we go. Freedom. Thank you. And then we'll just plonk that stuff back up there. We might just put a chest here or something so we can keep it all there and we know what's what. For now, this will do, I feel. Okay. So we now have ourselves all the compressed iron ingots. Alright. We're going to work on our pressure. Well, actually, no, we probably want the plastic one. So we need to make a plastic melt, basically. We can make different coloured plastics, and we need the plastic melter for that. Okay, which is just here. That's a plastic mixer in it, yeah, not melter. So it's not too difficult. It's just some glass, compressed iron ingots, and then it's done. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll come and grab ourselves a bit of glass. Click this, click that, and we're done. That easy, guys. Yeah. Now, typically, you'd need to do a load of stuff with this. If you click shift, it will kind of give you an information. You'd need to normally do quite a few things with this in regards to getting it heated up and melting plastic. Obviously, we can already get liquid plastic, guys, from this machine here. Yeah. By putting everything into this, so we're not going to have to worry about that right now. Okay. All we're actually going to do is we're going to place this here for when we need it. Yeah. Because then we can just put the liquid plastic straight into there and use it for what we actually need. Okay. And we'll come back to that in a little bit. If we go check the quests, we've moved on. You do need that to kind of make this stuff. This is the Amazon deliveries and stuff like that. You can get some stuff done, which we will kind of go into, I feel like. But before we can kind of come down this road, we're going to have to go into a crafting bench. But I want to get the pressure stuff sorted out for now. Give you guys a little showcase of how it kind of functions. So, first of all, yeah, we are going to need, yeah, an actual pressure chamber. Now, the minimum you kind of really need for it is you're going to need 2 pressure chamber interfaces, yeah, which is pressure chamber walls with 2 hoppers. So, do we have the stuff for hoppers? We got them 2. Keep it as them. There we go. And we got chests over here. Thank you. Okay. So we'll just make these very quickly, guys. 2 hoppers. Done. Yeah. To make the pressure wall, it's just this simply. 8 by 8 like this. We are going to need a decent amount of these. I mean, maybe 32 should be good for now. We'll check how many we need. So yeah, let's make 2 of these. Nice and easy, the pressure chamber interfaces. Okay, you need 2 because one works as an in and one works as an out. All right, it's the only reason you want the 2. We go back. Where are we at? What page, man? Here we go. So on this first page, you've got a load of other stuff. It's very. There's quite a few things you can do with this mod, right? I'm just showing you the basics. I do not by any means know all of the stuff. I just kind of know the basics of what we need to get built for now. Okay, we are going to need pressure chamber walls. Yeah, you can use pressure chamber glass as well, which we're probably going to actually make some of that too because I kind of like it for the main part of it. Let's think it's a 9 by 9 by 9. So like. That maybe should do. I feel like that should be good enough. We'll go downstairs and kind of mess about with it for a moment. And you're going to need, so essentially, we're making a 5 by 5, all right, which will give us a hollow center of 3 by 3 in the middle. It's just you need a bigger space for more complex recipes later on, yeah? For now, if you wanted to, you could just do a 3 by 3 and leave the middle hollow, okay, with these. But you do need, for each one of it to actually activate, you need at least 2 pressure chamber interfaces, yeah, and you need the pressure chamber valve, okay? And the valve, oh, is that really it? What's this? Why would you let us make so many of them? That makes no sense. We wouldn't need that many. Or we can just make the one like that. I think we'll just go for making the one, but we're going to need some tubes. And luckily they're pretty easy to make, okay? Like I say, I'm sure other people will know more on this fact than me, but this is all I know for now, okay? What we're going to do is we've got all these pieces. We're going to go downstairs because it's going to be our centerpiece for this room for now. I feel like it should be. Right, so our middle point is here, yeah? We're not going to build it into the ground. What we're going to do is we're going to go like this. Okay, so there's our middle ground point done. Alright. So when it comes to mixing between glass and stuff like that, I believe you can kind of put glass anywhere as long as the actual frame is all made out of the wall. Okay. So in this instance, we're going to need more, or we can kind of put glass on the bottom as well if we wanted to, which we might do. Let's just see where we get to with the frame. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've not even got enough like that. Has to come up this high. Okay. But we're just going to build what we've got for now. Okay. So we've got the pressure chamber valve, yeah, which we're going to keep at the back here. All right. Now, that essentially is just where you're going to allow pressure to bump up, because pressure is basically like the power source for this mod. Yeah. So you can generate, like, you know, steam and stuff creates pressure, and that's what you're going to be using to kind of, you know, using this. So this will accept a max pressure of 5 bars, and it's currently got 0. Yeah. So that's kind of what you need to know. You can get better versions of this stuff later on, but for now, that's what we're playing with. Okay. We are going to do the middle like so. We're going to have an input here. Okay. We're going to have our input on this side like so. Yeah. And our output on the other. One thing to note with these, you have to see carefully. So you see how I've placed it looking in this direction? It's gone I there on this side. That means it's going to be for the input, yeah? And it's got output inside of the machine, which is like an O type thing there, yeah? So you can kind of see the difference, hopefully, yeah? There's an I, and then there's just like an O, all right? So that means it's got to input from outside going in, okay? We have to place it the opposite way around here. So we want the I to be here, so it can be inputted from here and then output. Otherwise, you won't be able to retrieve anything that goes in, okay? So once that's been placed, we can finish up that section. We're going to need, what, 8 for that. We could probably just put glass on the bottom as well, guys, and get away with it, maybe. We've already made the glass, so why not? Okay. Like I say, I'm making quite a lot out of the glass. You don't need to. You can just use the other things as well. But you do need the entire frame to be made of the walls, okay? Do we have any wooden ones right now? We've got a crafting station, thank you. Alright. What we're going to do is plonk one right here. Thank you very much. So, we require ourselves a few more of these. We'll just try 24 for now. As I said, the entire frame needs to be just like you can see here. Alright. And we do have 9 just to kind of finish off the top if we wanted to, which we will. Now, if we do the right thing, when you put the last one on, boof. Okay, it's going to actually transform properly. Yeah? Now this is essentially operational as long as we supply it with what it needs. Yeah? I didn't know mobs can spawn in there. Cool. In fact, we can just probably get rid of that factor, can't we, by... light, no, light please. Yes, thank you. Light, thank you very much, and light. There we are. We don't want anything, any mobs sorting and messing anything up for us. Okay. So now if we right click it, yeah, it's going to say it's a 5 by 5 by 5 pressure chamber up top that you can see, yeah. Here's your gauge showing you, alright, and then it's got other information for you, the status of it and all that stuff that you need to know. It's also got upgrade slots that you can apply to other things, okay? So this is the input, it's waiting for something to input. Now, you can input either by cables or by hoppers, yeah? You can't just place things in, as far as I'm aware, okay? So you do need to have like a hopper system set up or cables. I think we're probably just going to go for cables and chests. Most likely. But before we do any of that, what we actually need is a way to generate pressure, all right, to be able to actually use the system. Now, one of the easiest ways to do that, if I'm correct in saying so, is just this, the air compressor, yeah? So this is basically just like a furnace, all right? It literally burns anything that will burn in the furnace, and it will create energy, basically, and pressure that will go down a pipe that you lead it to. Okay, so what we'll do is if we go and grab ourselves a furnace, and we can make one. One, two. All right. Let's come back over here, guys. Go around, about, just like so. I need some light. 1 second. What's going on? Hey. That ain't normal. My desk has got like light systems and that, and it's not functioning. Strange. I don't know what's going on with that, but we're not going to worry about it, okay? Alright guys, so now we have the air compressor, like so. We can go and use it. Do we have coal somewhere? We can use coal coke actually, maybe. I never tested with it. We're about to find out if we can though. We have a few pieces. Okay, look, it looks nice, doesn't it? So what we're going to do with this is we're going to simply place it here at the back. Yeah. We're going to lead a pipe from the part where the hole is up to where it needs to go. Yeah. Now, this is to do with pressure in pipes in real life, guys. So it should be kind of common knowledge. But if there's a leak or a hole in the system, it won't build up pressure. Therefore, the pressure will not go up. Yeah. So if I put one here, yeah, you've got to see what will happen in a second when I start going on. Right. So what we'll do is we'll take this away quickly, and we'll try and put some fuel in this now. Yeah. So there we go. We can put some coal coke in there. All right. So as we can kind of see, this is going to slowly but surely start to build pressure. It is quite slow at start, yeah. Like I say, this is not by any means the best system, but it is like one of the straightforward at the beginning. All right. So I ain't done nothing wrong, so this should be building up a bit of pressure. Come on. You're burning away. You know, if any of you guys have been watching my behind the scenes, nothing seems to be going right for me at the moment. No valid items. Yeah, I know that. Don't be silly. Is it just because this is filling up a huge thing? No, it shouldn't be. There's our pressure. Oh, there we go. 1 bar. Yay! I forgot it really does take some time to get going. You can upgrade this for speed stuff later on. Yeah, but it does take a little bit of time to get kicked off. So that's only got like, look, as you can see, 0.1 bar. Absolutely nothing realistically. Okay, it's got to burn through this, and then it's got to keep doing so. Yeah, so current process 1 bar, current air volume 10 ml per tick. Damn, it's not a lot, right? So ideally we need more of these. Okay, we can just build like a couple more and then link it up into the same power system. Yeah. Since we've only got 1 bar, I'll just kind of show you the reason why. So it's like, is it even traveling down this yet? Yeah, it is. It's just not reached that yet. Okay. So even though we've only got like 0.1 there, if we put this, look what happens. It's escaping. Yeah. We'll never build up pressure. So it has to be a closed circuit essentially for it to work. All right. So it's very realistic in that fact. So what that's going to do, that's going to build up the pressure, right, from the fuel into here. Once there's enough pressure, we can insert items to actually work with our crafting recipe. So if you click show recipe, yeah, it's going to show you. You can put iron ingot inside, yeah, and it'll turn it into a compressed iron ingot. Yeah, so it's 1-for-1 this all the ways. This is why this is a good method once you need it. And if you actually go over the bar, it tells you need 2.0 bars to do this. Okay, now I don't believe the pressure drops when it does uses or not. I'm not 100% sure on this yet, so we'll find out. I think it stays up there, which is either good or bad. The reason for it is, as you can see, it's max pressure 5. Yeah. The problem is, if the pressure in these pipes goes above 5, which it can do quite easily, yeah, it will explode. After going above 5 by a few points, it will start getting unstable in certain parts. It might be the pipe, it might be the machine. Something will explode along the lines, all right? The pressure is too much. Now, since we're only using it for a few things right now, it's not that much of a deal. But once we get some upgrades, we can actually attach things like a valve that will relieve the pressure, okay? So this here, this will relieve the pressure, but the problem is that only relieves the pressure, yeah, at 7.5 units, and obviously this only holds 5, so it's too late. But what we can do is we can put an upgrade on that valve, and actually calibrate it so it does it at 5, okay? You can also put like meters on that send redstone signals and stuff to be able to do the same. So it is very customizable in that fact, but it does take a bit of effort, alright guys? I mean, this has taken a lot longer than what I thought it would have anyway, compared to making actual pressure. Damn, it takes forever. Should we grab some more of that iron, make a couple more and just chuck them on? What do you reckon, guys? I mean, we still got some here actually, what we're talking about. There we go, give us this. We need you quickly. Just for the sake of this right now. Alright guys. Oh yeah, I want to grab these. Do this. This is what we're going to use hopefully for fuel. I'm hoping it's going to work a bit better than normal coal for now. It should, right? It better. Okay, everybody. So we're going to get our furnace. We're going to run down here quickly. And what we're going to do is we're going to make another 2 of them. No, not of you. Of you. Thank you. We're also going to need to make ourselves a few more pipes, okay? So, that's only up to 2. That's a ridiculously small amount, okay? So what you can do, we can place these next to each other, and we can connect the system up like so, yeah? So by doing that, it's going to split it throughout the entire system, but obviously we can do this, yeah? We can turn these on as well. Let's get rid of that. Chuck that in there like so, okay? I'm hoping maybe a better fuel source might pump it up a bit. So these are all at 2 already, yeah? So if we check pressure, current obviously, so each one of these is going to make 10 now, so this is going to be, should be 3 times faster for the actual... Wait, what? Yeah, 10 ml. Yeah, okay. It's just your... So that's still running off that, it's only just started consuming this properly. Alright, so it does need some decent sort of fuel, but you should see that this is going to start filling up a bit quicker. That's at 3 bars already, yeah? So it does take a bit of time to get going. This is why I'm thinking it doesn't actually go down once it's up there, potentially. Not 100% on it, guys. We're going to have to kind of see exactly how that runs. We're just going to be careful with it. We'll stop it and turn it off. You can power everything through redstone behavior as well, look. So we can, it's on always at the moment, but if we turned it off, it would stop producing stuff and stop using our fuel as well. We can also put hoppers at the back to just integrate into this stuff. So we can set it up quite well. For now, we're just kind of waiting for a little bit of pressure to build up. Okay. So also, if you guys can see in the middle, yeah, look, there's the steam kind of gathering as we go on, so it's just building up the pressure inside of the actual tank. If you bust this tank, it will cause issues, yeah, it will drop all the pressure, so I would advise against it, okay, I definitely advise against it. So what we're going to do while we're waiting for this pressure to build up, alright everybody, is we're going to just set up the system at the side of it, and for now, we're just simply going to use 2 of these, yes, we've got some bundled cable, but I think we're going to need an item extract if we're going to use the thingy instead of hopper. We could just use a hopper, but that's no fun, is it? If we put this in, where is it? Item extraction table, so it's a dropper, which we already actually have this all over here, quickly. You give me you, thank you. How much of that did you just drop? I don't care. Alright. So, if we come down here, guys, yeah, this is in, so what we can do is We can put that there. That's going to integrate with that. So whatever we put in here, it's going to input through this now, yeah? And we can do the same here just with a normal cable. This obviously is a multi-use cable. This has already got an output, hence why we don't need an extraction. Okay, it's just going to automatically output into a chest for us. Yeah. Now, here's a bit of a rundown. Like you'll kind of see it in action. So on this gate here, you see how this is opened. Yeah. If we click it, we can see the blue is open for input. Yeah. Now the yellow/gold one is the output. Okay. What are you going on about? Yes, it is. See, it's messing up. How much pressure we got on now? 4. Really isn't a lot, guys. Something we'll have to look at, maybe how to do properly. But for now, this is what we got. Yeah. So anyway, let me get back to what I was explaining to you. So these gates, yeah, as soon as there's something there to go in, it's got to open this gate, yeah? So while the blue one's open, things from this side can go in. Once it's done that, it's going to close that chamber, and then it's going to open the other to allow the item to go in. Now, there has to be pressure inside of this for it to even try and move an item inside, okay? So you need to keep that in mind as well, all right? Now, if you're just doing it the way I'm doing it with a chest, you don't need to worry about setting up a redstone signal for this stuff here. Yeah, you can kind of just leave it the way it is. All right, it will be fine. However, yeah, the output will see how it's already open. It is already trying to take stuff that's not even there. Yeah. Second, you put anything on the inside this chamber, it's going to try and extract it instead of letting it process to what it needs to turn into. So, what you actually want to do with this is you want to make sure that your redstone is set to high, and get yourself a lever put next to it. All right. That way you have full control over what it does. Okay. You also have a filter system as well. So I believe anything that's not in the filter won't be able to come out. So if you want to just make sure that's the case as well, I think if we do that, what's going on? There we go. So if we put that in there, in fact, then iron shouldn't be able to come out. We'll find out actually. It's all already our ways. Should we grab a piece of iron and check it out? Let's check. Science, everybody. Science. Right, so say we wanted to make 2 more of these, for example, yeah? Okay. So what we would do is we'd place all this in here, yeah? So if we check here, look, it's got to get a stack of 64. And the pressure is then going to move it from here into there. Okay? Now I'm hoping this isn't trying to grab it. It's not. Brilliant. So right now, it can't actually do anything, yeah? So look, problems. Add air to input, pressure required 2 bars. Okay? So it's putting all of it in there. Yeah, so it's put the 2 stacks right away. Yeah, and we can see the item that's actually in there. And it's not trying to pull it out. So you don't need the redstone as long as it's not, if it's not in your filter, then yeah. But if you've got an empty filter, it will just try and take everything out automatically. So just keep that in mind, all right? What are we up to? 4 pressure? This said 5 a second ago. I'm sure it did. It's a real fidgety bit of stuff, this, guys. Like that's up to 5 now. You would think it'd be doing a lot quicker, but it just doesn't. There are a few other ways to actually generate pressure as well. I'm just not an expert at this yet, so this is like the basics. Yeah, it'll take a bit of time. Once it's up to the pressure rate it needs, so it will process all of them ingots for us, and then it'll take them out, and we'll be good to go. But we do need to keep our eye on it just to make sure it doesn't go over. But that, guys, is essentially how it works. All right, we'll come back and you'll see that it's done in a moment. Once it's actually done, we're going to just continue on and quickly move on to the crafting table, so we've done a bit more in this video. Yeah. Let's jump up. We're just going to check over here. So the liquid plastic that you get from this machine, essentially you book it into here. Now you don't need to worry about temperatures unless you're trying to melt your own plastic to be able to turn into liquid. If you've already got the liquid stuff, all you actually need to make this machine work, guys, is the dyes. So you need red rose, cactus green, and lapis. Yeah. If you put them in the machine, it's going to use them up as dyes. I don't know if we can just put them directly or not. Can we? What's it? Green dye powder. I know there's that one. We can grab a blue. And we got a red poppy, right? Poppy turns into dye, yeah? Doesn't it? Usage? Yeah, red dye. So we're just going to make the dye for now, yeah? We're also another bit on the behind the scenes. We're going to set up the industrial mill as well, so we can just do things like this a lot easier. We might be able to put this in like this, but we're just going to turn them into dye. We're only going to use one now just to kind of show you guys. Do we have a bucket? Tell me we got a bucket. We haven't got a bucket, guys. That is not any good, is it now? Where's our buckets gone? There they are. Alright. So, if we remember this machine here, yeah, mixes. Do we actually have a spare one though? Yeah, I thought we did. Propellant. So we put the propellant in there. That is going to process it and turn it into liquid plastic for us. Okay. While it does that, all you do is you put them here. Once it does, it's going to consume them, and you can see this bar inside of them is filled up, which means it's got a bit of dye to be able to turn into. Yeah. We take our molten plastic out of there and bucket it straight into the machine. Once done so, yeah, we've got a selection, guys. Yeah. So there's the one bucket, and we can turn it into any kind of colour plastic that we need. So for the different recipes, we can just make the plastic. All right. If you make the wrong piece, you'd have to put it back in there to then melt down. Yeah. So we're not going to make any yet, but literally all you do is you click it and then that's done. Very simplistic, nothing too crazy there for us. All right. We're just going to chuck all of this in there away for now. Go off. Dab it. We'll come back to that when we need to. Okay. One thing we do have to do, guys, so that's kind of that part. We'll look at this stuff next time once we know what we're doing, but we do need to get this sorted, but we can't do that without getting these crafting tables. So back here on H2 we've got this, okay, the extended crafting table. So if we just put crafting, yeah, we've got this one, the basic tier. So we need a block of iron. Did I turn all my blocks of irons into that? If I did, of course I did, because that's how this game works. God damn it. There we go. There we go. We've got a block of iron again. Don't worry about it, guys. Never happened. So, 2 crafting tables, a block of iron, and these, yeah, these black like things. It's a bit awkward. But essentially, we can just get these iron slates like so. Okay, you need a black iron ingot. To get a black iron ingot, you need to mix an iron ingot with crushed black quartz. Yeah. So what we'll do, we've got some crushed black quartz here and a stack of these. I think it might be quicker here. I'm not 100%, guys. Just if you give me a minute. So if I chuck them in there and then that there, how quickly will this make that? Okay, yeah, so this is going to be a lot quicker to make, just like so. Okay. So we're going to let a few of them make. Right, while they make together, we're just going to grab ourselves a few more materials that we need. Chuck them there for this. So that's just for the black iron slate. And as you can see, these are like basic components. So you need 4 basic components. A basic component, yeah, is a black iron slate with some iron rods and stardust. Okay, luckily we've got some stardust. Yeah. So we're going to require 4 of them. So we're going to need at least 4 stardust. Yeah. Do we have any of this stuff just like kind of lying about? Maybe. Potentially. Let's just... Oh, what's going on here? Oh, damn it. I always forget. It doesn't accept like that. It needs it like this. There. Be happy. Okay. He's just going to make it. We only need that for now. That'll do. Okay. What we need is we need ourselves a few of these. So if you don't mind, can you just kind of make them into them? That'd be great. Alright, so there's the bars that we require getting made. So we're going to be able to make 4 of them. And then we need this part, which is the basic catalyst, which also requires 4. So we need 8 in total and 1 black iron ingot. Yeah? So we're going to need, in total, 8 of them and a what, 8, how many does it use? It 2 for thingy, so 16. So yeah, we should have enough. Okay. We're going to need, what, 8 in total, 1 for that. So 10. We need 10 of these, okay? And look at that, we've got the 10 we need. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to grab 14 of them. Have you finished? Oh, I forgot this doubles up, doesn't it, with the iron rods? Quite useful, really, quite useful. That's enough for now. We want to switch this out now, thank you. And we want the plate one. I'm just going to do that, okay? And we'll let them turn into the plates that we require as well. The only thing we're going to need, guys, is our crafting tables. So let's just go get a bit of wood. We've got lots of wood up here now gathered. How much we got? 7 stacks of 64 and everything. Great. It's all working well, guys. It's all working well. If we... What are we doing? What do we do? What do we do? What are we doing? There we go. Never mind, brain just kind of slowed down for a moment there. Meow. Alright. So that has made some of these that we require. So, we need 8 of them, like so. Okay. And then if we click this, we need to make 1 of them ones, and we're left with 4 of them that we've got our crafting tables. And what happened to our... There we go, there's our block. Alright guys, so there's all our bits for our basic enhanced crafting table, yeah? And there we go, we've actually done it finally. I did say we'd come back to this point eventually. Now you can use this thing for the map thing, but we're not bothered about maps. Yeah, we're just not. The next stage is making the gold one. Alright, so here it is, our specialised crafting table. We're just going to leave it here, I guess. Okay. Okay, if we get our gold one, we need to get the stuff for a gold one. Yeah, that's going to be the same. Yeah, look, black iron. So what I'll end up doing is I'll do this on off screen and get the stuff for it. What? Let's just check what this is. Luminance. So that's easy. It's just some dust together and everything. We can get that. That's not too difficult. It's the golden rod. What's? Oh. Okay, so it just looks different. All right, it's just a normal rod made of gold. That's simple. Okay, so we're going to be able to make that as well. Yeah, we need to make another one of the first, so that's a bit grindy. So we will get that done in between episodes for you guys. All right, an elite one. I imagine that's got like diamond stuff or whatever. No, manually. Damn. I hope we don't actually have to make that one yet. Let's double check. L. Age 4. Oh, we do there. Okay. So, what I'm probably going to end up doing then, guys, is I'm going to grind my butt off to get these made and upgraded to the final one, yeah? Because once we've got it made, alright, that's when we can use it for some good recipes. We can't even use diamonds yet. That's not even possible for us. That isn't. Wait, can these only do each tier? So we're going to need one of each tier to be able to use it, access its recipes. That's crazy if that's the case. The only thing that can be made use for is this. Usage on the gold one. Right, so we actually need a gold one. So we just have to get to gold for now, guys. Alright. As you can see, the gold lets us make the machine cases and stuff like that. Look, airship engine, airship balloon, and the actual airship car. So we need to keep a gold one. Well, I might just grind and keep one gold and keep one of these and get one of each one. But I will do that off camera just because that's going to be a very grindy situation. We'll get loads of resources to do it. Okay. Come on, I was hoping to be able to kind of show you guys this proper in action. It's at 1.2. Yeah. It's not actually burnt through that much fuel just yet. What do we need for its speed upgrades? Let's have a check, guys. So if we go at... I'm not pronouncing it because I can't, alright? I would just fail. So down here, here's some upgrades. Yeah? So you got a volume upgrade. Alright, it shows you what it can be used in. Yeah. Dispenser, item life, because you got some armor and stuff like this. Block transfer, speed. How would we make that? Oh, we need a lubricant bucket, do we? So for a speed upgrade, we need lapis, sugar, and the lubricant. And I believe you get the lubricant from putting like the diesel or something back into the distillation tower, if I remember correctly. So I might even get some of them sorted out. Item search, coordination. So there's a lot of different upgrades we can actually look into, okay? To basically make this all faster. If I'd have known that it would have been working this slow, I would have bloody done it the first time. But not really complain too much. I didn't realise I was watching a film when I was actually playing around with it. And evidently, guys, when you watch a film, it kind of goes faster. So yeah, I didn't realise that it did take so long in the first time to gain the power. But that is the pressure chamber. All right, this is how it works. Okay. As soon as it's got up to 2, it is going to process it and plop it through this other side for us, okay? And that's it. The only thing we need to do is we're going to have to watch out for our actual power going over. But once I've got these crafting stuff done out of the way, and done a bit more grinding in between the episodes, guys, we will kind of be prepared to show you the upgrades for it, and we'll move on to this stuff. I believe this is like a delivery system for like buying stuff as well. And then order an assembly program laser from your admin tablet. So yeah, okay, I guess we'll have to do that. I'm assuming this is all important for this stuff anyway. Most likely, right, guys? Most likely. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, guys. So hopefully you're going to look forward to that for next episode. We're going to hopefully get that stuff a bit sorted, maybe craft this part at the bottom. And then we might turn our head towards killing the Ender Dragon, maybe. How does that sound? I can do a lot of grinding, get a lot of pearls and stuff, find it, go kill him, because look, we need to get into the enhanced lasers to be able to get there. But we still do have a few other bits and bobs to kind of mess about with over here. The kitchen mod, and we still got to make a computer, so we might go for computer first. Who knows? You'll have to tune in and find out, guys, what we go for, alright? Perfect. So, yeah, I hope you have been enjoying it, okay, guys? Remember to like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Twitch. I am getting a Twitter and everything set up. It will be coming soon, alright? So don't worry about it. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, guys. I look forward to seeing you guys on episode 23, I believe. Until then, everybody, stay safe. Bye.